What's going on, Raven Nation? It's your Q-Man Teddy B coming back at you with a new review from Raven Q's, and this one is gonna be wicked awesome. I mean, like, damn, this is gonna be a game changer for sure. Today, we're gonna be talking about the 30-inch Raven Pro Series carbon fiber shaft, soon to be available also in 29-inch as well, and currently available in a 12.4, but everything will be available in standard and smaller diameters at a later date and time. And we're also gonna do a little extra bonus content and show you guys the Pro Series Q as well, the whole kit. And stay tuned to the very end of the review to watch a match between my buddy Doug, that's using the Raven Pro, and my buddy Reed, that is sponsored by Bulletproof. So it's basically Bulletproof versus Raven, and it's a hell of a match. So stay tuned to the very end of the review for that. And without further ado, guys, if you like what I do, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's get into some specs and let's get this show on the road. Let's do it. Today we're going to be talking about specs. We're going to bust out the specs on this Raven Pro shaft, the Raven 12.4 Pro. I mean, like, check that out. Dope. As you can see down here on the table, we have two carbon fiber shafts. This is the Raven Standard Edition. This is a 29-inch, which is also available in a 30-inch. And this is the new Raven Pro Series carbon fiber shaft in a 30-inch carbon fiber shaft. These will be available in 30 and 29 inches at a later date and time, but at the current moment, the Raven Pros are only available in a 30-inch at 12.4 diameters. So the Raven 12.4 Pro, we're going to knock out some specs about it and talk a little bit about it before we hit the pool table. And after that, we're going to hit the pool table, do some deflection tests, some sound tests, and really get into it and tell you guys everything there is to know about the new Raven Pro shaft. And I tell you what, this thing is epic, and wow, it will be a game changer. To start it off, the original Raven shaft, the white ferrule, is just a standard white ferrule. Here we have an updated JAMA white ferrule, and we have an updated tip. The original Raven shaft came with a Raven black soft tip. Here we have an updated Tome Pro soft tip, and comes standard. You can always change it if you're not a fan of soft tips. You can change it to whatever tip you like. And it's got so much new technology in it. It's like a whole upgraded carbon fiber, and it's more front light. It's been hollowed out into the front, and the JAMA ferrule also has been hollowed out. But when you hear the sound and the way that it hits and the way that it plays, it just is amazing. So let's get into the specs. Let's do it. Let's get this party started with some measurements. So the Raven Pro shaft is a 30-inch Pro carbon fiber shaft. From the ferrule all the way to the joint collar, it is precisely 30 inches on the dot. So perfect. And the Pro 12.4 30-inch carbon fiber shaft, it comes in at 4.0 ounces on the dot. That is beautiful. The Raven Pro shaft, it has a 15 to 16 inch Pro taper, which is very, very true to its nature. And that's where we have this. And we're gonna zero that out. we're gonna start right here from the top. And from the top, we're getting exactly 12.4. We're gonna slide it down just a hair. And from there, we are still getting 12.4. That is beautiful. Moving it all the way down to about where the 15-inch mark is. At the 15-inch mark, we are still at 12.4. That is beautiful. Oh, kind of going in and out of 12.4 and 12.5. So this is roughly, I think, a little bit before the 16-inch mark. This is more of a 15-inch mark. Yeah, here's the 16-inch mark. And at the 16-inch mark, we are at 12.5 millimeters. So we are looking at a beautiful 16-inch pro taper on this. So we have two pool cues here. We have a custom universal, custom made, and we have a McDermott, obviously also custom made. This one at least is, but the difference between this one and this one is that when it comes to the joint collar right here, where the butt and the shaft connect, is going to determine, the size is going to determine how it sits flush on your pool cue. And Raven advertises and shows that it is a 0.84 inch. So we're gonna pop this baby on right here. We got it in millimeters. We're gonna switch it to inches. And right at the very end of the collar, we are at 0.84. That is precise. So what that means is that here on the McDermott, this is a 38 by 10, obviously. When I screw this on, oh, the Pro Series, it just screws on so nice and tight. Very, very nice. It looks very, very nice, but you can see that it has a little bit of an underlip. And so depending on the butt that you're using is gonna determine how flush the shaft is going to sit. But if I switch it to my custom here and put it on here, it sits wonderfully flush. Look at that. That is beautiful. And that just looks gorgeous right there with the Raven Pro shaft. So that's all the specs I got for you guys today. And we will get down to the table and talk more about this shaft and more about Raven cues in general. And later on, a little extra bonus content coming your way. So let's get into it. Let's do it. All right, guys, real quick, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shafts here. And the reason we have these shafts here is I gotta show you this. This is crazy awesome. All right, so here we have the Raven Pro. Here we have a custom. And here we have the Q-Tech Synergy. Here we have the standard Raven 12.4, and here we have the Raven Break, so 12.9. Raven Break 12.9. Listen, that sound. Standard 12.4 Raven. Actually, we'll do that next. Here we have the Q-Tech Synergy. Little tinky. Standard 12.4 Raven shaft. Tinky, but still sounds good. This is where the Raven Pro really stands out. Here I have a custom made carbon fiber shaft, and this thing is made by a friend, William from Bowtie Carbon Customs, and this is called the silencer, and this is why. It literally has pure, like, it's silent. When you hit the ball with it, it may like, it doesn't give that tinky sound. See what I'm talking about? And that is what Raven Q's has accomplished here. And it's just wicked amazing. Listen. That's great. It's got that such a nice crisp sound. So we got the Raven 12.4 Pro right here. We're gonna pop this open. Joint protectors always included, you know, guys. And it's got that strong phenolic joint collar right there. All carbon fiber insert. This is a 38 by 10 pin. Woo-wee. And we have some updated specs right here, like I was talking about in the specs section, that it is a hollowed out front, lighter weight, and with the Jama ferrule being hollowed out, it's going to produce a lot more power and lower deflection without all that tinky, annoying sound. And of course, real quick before we chalk it up, I wanted to talk to you guys about this Tone Pro Soft tip. This tip is literally so genuinely soft that you can see that I got it shaped up pretty good, about a nickel or a dime radius. And I wanted to show you guys this before we get it chalked up, that though you can see that the material is just truly, truly soft. And this is my only downside to this shaft so far, is that this soft tip, I'm not a big fan of this soft tip because it tends to wear out and need more maintenance. So me, myself, I will be switching this to a Town Fusion tip or a bulletproof recoil tip. But the playability on this, if you are a finesse player, is amazing. Me, I'm a little bit of a finesse player, but I also tend to smash the ball a little too hard. So soft, it is definitely true soft. And so let's chalk it up. And I got my chalk right here. This thing is wicked awesome. And it holds chalk so well. Look at that. Wonderful. Wonderful. And we are going to be using it with my Universal Custom Q, which is really, really tight on there. Look at that. Woo! That's party. That is party. I've been in Texas way too long. I've been using Texas references. But let's get a sound test in, and then we're going to do a deflection test and talk about some comparison and some awesomeness that this shaft has that the regular Raven shaft does not, and talk about how it compares to the big boy brands. Let's do it. Quick deflection test with the Raven 12.4 Pro carbon fiber shaft. This is going to be soft, 2 clicks to the right, applying spin. This is going to be medium, 2 clicks to the right, applying spin. And this is going to be firm. 2 clicks to the right, flying spin. Beautiful, beautiful. I love that tonky sound. The sound that it produces, it sounds so good. That tonky sound. It's so smooth. This is going to be a sound test of the Raven 12.4 Pro. This is soft. Beautiful. This is medium. This is hard. This is going to be a sound test of the Raven Standard 12.4. This is soft. This is medium. Ah. This is hard. This is going to be a sound test of the Q-Tech Synergy 12.5 in comparison to the Raven Pro and the Raven Standard. This is soft. This is medium. This is hard. All right, boys and girls, so we got the Raven Pro 12.4 right here with the Tome Pro soft tip. We're going to chalk it up, and we're going to run out a quick 9-ball. Well, we're not actually going to run it out, but we're going to play a game of 9-ball, and I'm going to show you guys what this is made of. For $249, this carbon fiber shaft has the lowest deflection. I think, you know what? Let's not talk about deflection. There's no such thing as the lowest or zero deflection. Everything has deflection, without doubt. But this Raven Pro is a huge upgrade from the standard Raven, and it even outplays my Q-Tech Synergy. I have literally switched, and I am so freaking happy. Start with a back draw. Beautiful. So I've compared this with a friend's Predator Revo white carbon, and of course my own Q-Tech Synergy, and my own custom carbon shaft. And so far, like I said, for $249, and I'll leave a discount code here somewhere, QMan_86, that will take 10% off anything you buy from Raven Q's. I gotta say, I am highly impressed. Ooh, beautiful, beautiful. That smooth, crisp sound, the way that it controls. I'm going to put a lot of spin on this 3. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's see here. A little bit of a tight squeeze, but I think we can cut the 4 here. Possibly, if we put just enough spin on it. Or we miss it entirely. Oh man, that was funny. But that gives us an opportunity to just kind of mess around. I am going to put this shaft to the hands of my buddy Doug, which is a retired pro player, and my buddy Donnie. He has a Raven Pro shaft, and I'm going to show you what these guys are capable of with this as well. But yeah, it is effortless. It is smooth. My only grief, like I said, is that this is a true soft tip. And it will require a lot of maintenance. Let's see. Woo-wee. That's purty. That's purty. Let's try to do a little something here. Oh, didn't quite work out. I jumped up on that shot. All right, so we got the 7 ball here. Got the 8 ball down here. Nice deflection test here. Come on, 7. Come on. Ooh, beautiful, beautiful. 8 ball. Oh, man. These Predator tables here at Racks and Stacks are tight. Mm-hmm. But damn, do they play good. All right, so we're going to put the 9 ball on the dot. And we're going to chalk it up. Let's go 2 rails to the corner pocket. Let's finish this off with a 9 ball, straightforward, 2 rails, and then top corner pocket. We're going to aim center, and then come 2 rail and 2 clicks. Ooh, look at that. Pretty, pretty. Here at Racks and Stacks, we use Predator tables and Predator pool balls. So I switched from the Aaron Myth black ball set to the Predator balls, and we're gonna see how they play with a different ball set and talk a little bit more about this Raven Pro shaft and just kind of how it plays. $249. And of course, you know, there's that QMan_86 discount code that'll be right here somewhere. It takes 10% off. But here's the thing about Raven Qs that most companies don't give you. Say you buy this shaft. You love my review. You love the specs that I talk about, how well it plays, that it outplays my Q-Tech Synergy. Like, no doubt. And say you buy it and you don't like it. Say you try the tip and you change the tip and you don't like the tip. Then easy return. I mean, like, just give them a call. And if they can't make you happy, then they will definitely make you a happy customer. But I assure you, you're going to love this shaft and anything and everything else that Raven Qs has to offer. Ooh, beautiful, beautiful. At the 4 ball. Oh, how do you miss a shot so easy? Oh, but for real, guys, amazing product, amazing shaft. You gotta try it for yourself. Without a doubt, you got to try this. This shaft right here is going to make Q-Tech and Predator and just other name brand companies. It's really, really going to show them that Raven Qs is here to play and Raven Qs is here to stay. That's for a fact, guys. For sure.
Damn.
Here we have the Raven Gray Pro Series full carbon fiber Q, of course, with the Pro Series carbon fiber shaft. You can see right there, you got the Raven logo on there, strong phenolic joint. And the shaft originally comes standard with a Tone Pro Soft, but the customer here changed it to a Tone Fusion tip, which is actually a really good hybrid tip. And looking real close right here, we have a radial joint, and you can see that right here, that is all pure carbon fiber all the way through. It looks stunning, guys. Look at that. Extension ready, of course. All Raven Qs are extension ready. For if you want to get an extension, then they are sold separately. And when you put it together, the Pro Series, it just has this incredibly nice, tight connection, and it is just flawless. Look at that, 100% flush and just looking gorgeous, guys. Beautiful, beautiful. And of course, we're going to take a closer look at it. Here we are up and close and personal with the Raven carbon butt, and you can see that the light hits that carbon fiber. It just looks so stunning. Got some specs on there. Of course, carbon fiber does collect dust from the pool table, but get a microfiber cloth, wipe it down, and you're good. Sitting flush with that Pro Series carbon fiber shaft, 16-inch Pro taper, and for $399, use my discount code, takes 10% off. And here I got it sitting on rollers. Look at that, giving it a wicked spin. It is rolling and sitting like perfectly straight as an arrow. Give you guys a different angle of perspective here. As you can see, coming from Raven Qs, you expect nothing but perfection, and that is pure perfection. Had a little bit too much fun rolling it here because I just absolutely love how that Raven Gray just really shines through. But it's not all about looks, it is also about performance. And the Raven Pro Series cues, they absolutely do perform. And we're going to talk more about that. This right here, that's my Raven Mini Scuffer. This tool is my go-to tool when it comes to scuffing and shaping my tips. It'll shape a soft tip, medium tip, hard tip, no matter what it is. Even works great with phenolic tips, and I just absolutely love this tool. I use it for everything. Check that out. That is perfect. Absolutely love it. Awesome. Get one, guys. This right here is my carbon fiber Raven jump brake cue. I've had it for 11 months now, and it was my first purchase with Raven cues and what got me all started with Raven cues. I absolutely love this thing. It is a powerhouse. Check this brake out. So we talked about the Pro Carbon Fiber shafts. We talked about the Natural Gray Pro Carbon Fiber pull cue. And now it's time to put it to work. Easily potting these two balls into the corner pockets. But guys, the technology of the Pro Series is not just in the shaft itself. It's also in the carbon fiber butt. The Carbon Fiber Pro Series butt, it's extremely well balanced, and compared to wood, it has a amazing playability with the technology to reduce that dampening feedback. Oh, got myself stuck here a little bit, but no worries. Busting out the carbon fiber Raven jump brake cue. Gonna break it down here. Gotta chalk it up, of course. Line up your shot, and easily going over the 9 here. 4-ball corner pocket. Bam, baby. Beautiful. When these are in stock, you really need to check these out. They are stunning. Yeah, baby. But back to the game at hand. Here we got the 6-ball corner pocket, effortlessly making the 6, but getting ourselves in a tight situation with the 7-ball locked to the cue ball. Here is a perfect example of how well the carbon shaft and carbon butt like reduce deflection, easily making the 7, but getting myself stuck here a little tight on the 9. And I really wish I would have turned the camera around for this, because I literally called the pocket for the 9. I massé the crap out of this. I put it in slow motion for you guys. You can see the 9 goes first, and right after that, so much spin, the cue ball drops. Damn. Oh, it was such an awesome shot. At the end of the day, amazing product from Raven Cues. Huge upgrades. Guys, check it out. All right, Raven Nation, in conclusion, as you can see, for $249, it's an amazing shaft. And if you want to buy the whole cue by itself, they got the Raven Gray, Sapphire Blue, Amber, and Pickle Green for $399 for the whole cue. And remember, guys, QMan_86, 10% off. And thanks for watching today's review. And until next time, guys, peace. Mwah.